Hey everybody, this is a quick tutorial for how to play Looters of the Labyrinth. First of all, we're demoing a two-player game here. So, you see we have, for each player, we have a set of wall tokens, a rubble token, and a hand of 5 cards for a two-player game. And over here is a draw deck for more cards. And here we have our explorers in the corner of the board. We got blue and yellow. And they are trying to get to these 13 treasure pieces in the middle. Alright. On each turn, you will only have one action, so it's pretty simple that way. But that action can be one of 4 different types of action. Okay. We're just going to play here, and the various types of actions will show up as we do so. Alright. So we're going to start with blue since he's close to the camera. Alright. So blue's going to play a wall. That's going to be his action that he's going to take on the turn. So he looks at his walls, he's going to choose this one. Alright. So he takes that wall, the wall card, plays it in front of him. Then you take the corresponding wall piece and place it on the board in a way that fits on the board, on the grid of the board. It can't be off the board like that. So it has to be fully on the board. You can flip it. This one, it doesn't matter if you flip it or not, it's the same. And once you put a wall out on the board, you also take one of your wall tokens, and you put it on the first node of the wall. Now this wall has 2 nodes, one here, one here. It's the round thing. So you put it on the first node, that's going to be the first one with an arrow on it. And there we go, that is blue's turn. So yellow moves to here. Now when you move, you will move orthogonally until you hit something. And that something is either going to be, in most cases, the edge of the board, like just happened, or a wall. So that is all of yellow's turn. So blue is going to go ahead, use this wall he just built, and run into that. Okay, whenever you hit a wall with a player pawn, that makes the wall weaken. So that means your little wall token you put on it, whether it's your wall or someone else's, goes down to the next node. So now it's on the X node. That'll be the removal node. So next time this wall gets hit, it comes off the board. So that's about to happen because yellow is saying he wants to use blue's wall. And so the wall piece comes off, the token goes back to blue, and now blue can draw a new card. So it's only when your wall piece comes off that you can draw a new card. So blue has a new card. Blue, seeing an unobstructed path to the treasure, because I think yellow kind of missed an opportunity to block here, will go ahead. So again, moving straight in a line, and you will collect all the treasures that you pass through. So blue takes 2 treasures. Now, blue did that. He didn't block yellow, though, so yellow gets to do the same thing for his turn. Oh, and by the way, so when this wall came off, it goes to the discard pile. Forgot to do that. Okay. So he's going to play this wall, and he's going to try to help himself and hurt yellow here. So he puts the wall there. Now it's yellow's turn. That actually was not the best play by blue, but anyway. Okay. Now blue sees that, he says, I can do something else about this. So here's a third action you can do on your turn. He puts out his rubble token. This acts as an open spot on the board now. However, it's stuck on this wall until the wall comes off. Yellow's going to go ahead, take this treasure. Blue can now pass through this wall, as could yellow if he was in position to do so. For the sake of demonstration, the 4th thing you can do on your turn is you can simply degrade a wall. We'll do that even though it's not the best play in the moment. Yellow's going to do likewise over here. And when you degrade it when it's already on the X, then it comes off, it is demolished, and you get to discard that card, draw a new card. So that is the main benefit of doing that action. If you're running low on cards, you can go ahead and do that, get more cards back. So the 4 actions again are to move, and to place a wall, to degrade one of your own walls. It does have to be your own wall, it can't be someone else's, and to place one of these rubble tokens. in order to create a passage in the wall. When you play with teams, which 4, 6, or 8 players, you will have this treasure board. Simply put the treasures that your team collects on your side of the board. In any case, a player or team which gets the majority of the treasures wins. So that would be 7 in a 2-player or a team game, 5 in 3-player, and 4 in a 4-player game. So a couple other things fairly important too. First of all, you can never block any player off from any of the treasures, so in this case yellow couldn't put this here or anywhere like that, unless there was a rubble token present in that line of walls. Then there would technically be an exit, so it would be fine. Another thing, once a treasure is off of a treasure square, you can put walls on top of it. If you're going to move through a line that has another player in it, you would go right through them. The only time you wouldn't is if they're up against a wall or the edge of the board, and if that is the case, you will not hit this wall, so it will not be weakened when you run into the player here. Also, walls cannot be placed on top of player pawns or treasures. And lastly, if the deck ever runs out, which is unlikely, but if it does, simply shuffle the discard and make that the new deck. So that's it. The Looters of the Labyrinth.